You wanted to see me, Minister. Now look, if it's about the Stonehenge Shopping Centre planning permission, don't worry, your cheque is in the post.
Oh, shut up, Bastard.
What's happened? Don't tell me the government auditors found out about you nodding through those naughty Iraqi export licenses.
I thought they were tins of baked beans.
Oh, come off it, Minister. Since when did tins of baked beans have instructions in Arabic to pull out the pin, count to 15 and lob at the enemy?
Well, never mind about that now. What I want to talk to you about is something far more important. I am talking about total financial ruin for the whole country.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do go on.
Go sit down, Bastard. Now then. What has been the linchpin for Tory success since 1979? North Sea oil. All our tax cuts, all our unemployment handouts, everything has been subsidised by North Sea oil. Now, have you heard of Professor Eugene Quayle?
The government's chief scientific advisor?
Yes.
No, I've never heard of him.
No. Well, this morning he came to us in Cabinet and told us that the oil is running out.
Oh, no, how awful for you, Minister. Oh, well, tum-ti-tum, nothing lasts forever, not even sex with me.
Well, the oil won't even last that long. We thought that we would be self-sufficient in North Sea oil until about 2015. Then last week, Quayle double-checked his figures, and it seems there's only a teaspoonful of the stuff left.
Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. So when the computer said 2015, it actually meant 8:15. Well, why don't you sack him?
Well, he knows too much.
He knows bugger all about oil.
Well, it's not really his fault. Apparently, the figures were tampered with by someone at number 10. Someone who was very important.
Someone who now lives in Dulwich?
Right, yes. Apparently, the computer disk with the real information on it was only discovered when the builders knocked down the partition wall between her bed and Dennis's. I mean, it just doesn't bear thinking about. We're in for a slump that'll make the crash of 1929 look like the first day of Harrod's sale.
Oh, no, how absolutely frightful for anyone who didn't have the foresight to buy an enormous holiday home in the West Indies.
Anyway, we have decided to go to the country as soon as possible, then batten down the hatches until the fiscal storm has blown over.
I see. And why are you telling me all this? I suppose you want me to pop down to Ladbrokes and put an enormous bet on Labour for you, do you?
I am telling you because the galloping major wants you to mastermind our election campaign.
Me?
Yes.
Why?
Because you're energetic, you're radical, charismatic.
Especially compared to the PM.
And after your guest appearance on Coronation Street, you're the best known Conservative in the country.
Yes, I am, aren't I? Mind you, it's not a difficult job. Most of the cabinet are so anonymous that any of them could go on What's My Line and the panel wouldn't stand a chance. Apart from the mime, which would be a giveaway, wouldn't it?
So, will you do it?
Well, if the man on the flying trapeze thinks I'm the man for the job, who am I to say no? The 80s have been good to me. It's about time I gave a little something back.
Excellent. Then you can start with my table lighter.
That's what it is. I thought I had a growth.
Here's Fletcher Dervish. Oh, I love elections, Alan. I got ever so excited at the leadership ballot.
I remember, Piers. It took us ages to clear up that mess. Piers, you never actually told me who you voted for in the leadership contest.
Mrs. Thatcher, of course.
Yeah, but in the second ballot.
What second ballot?
Piers, do you actually know who the Prime Minister is at the moment?
Yes, of course.
Who is it then?
Well, he's a tall, grey-haired chap. Glasses. Hang on. Major. Major Michael Douglas, you know, the actor.
Piers, why don't you just give up the pretense, pull off the humanoid face mask, and admit that you come from the diseased plague planet Zarg? So you're a big fan of the Prime Minister, then, are you, Piers?
Oh, yes, I've seen all his films.
Good. Because an unusual mind like yours is perfect for the glamorous world of media manipulation. I want you to set up an advertising agency.
Yes, but I don't know anything about advertising, Alan.
Doesn't matter, Piers. You don't know anything about politics, but you're a member of Parliament. Anyway, look, it doesn't matter. I'll write all the commercials. All you have to do is to sign the large imaginative invoices I draw up, and then I'll keep all the money. Okie dokie.
Okie dokie. Ah! I've had a fantastic idea for an election poster, Alan.
That was quick. That's it, is it? It's a little plain for my taste.
A big picture of the Prime Minister.
Yeah.
And underneath the words, vote conservative.
No, Piers, it's too sophisticated. It presupposes that the British electorate can handle complex abstract concepts like vote. No, it seems to me we need to get to the real heart of the British voter.
What do you mean, offer them a strong leadership and prudent financial management sort of thing?
No. Offer them 4 free cans of lager and a night out with Gaza. And for the middle classes, free Marks and Spencer chicken granthams.
What's a chicken grantham?
Chicken Grantham, it's a new range in honour of Lady Thatcher of Suburbia. It's just like a chicken Kiev, except when you cut it open, there's actually bugger all inside.
Yes, but that's bribery, Alan.
I know, it's good, isn't it? Anyway, Sir Greville poo-pooed my other idea for winning the election.
Oh, yes, and what was that?
Rounding up all known Labour voters in marginal constituencies and holding them in police cells till the ballot closes.
That's awful, you can't do that.
I know. Apparently that's how we got a landslide in '87 and Sir Jeeves on trial again.
Alan? How did they trace the people who voted Labour?
Piers, come on. All the ballot papers have a little serial number in the top right-hand corner. Everybody knows who everybody voted for. Everybody knows that.
So they could find out that I voted Labour, for example.
What do you mean?
No, I was just being hypothetical, Alan.
No, you weren't. You voted Labour last time, didn't you?
Well, there were a lot of candidates and I got rather confused.
Piers, you were voting in your own constituency. Your own name was on the ballot paper.
I'm sorry, Alan.
Oh, dear.
Oh, dear.
Oh, dear, oh, dear.
Oh, dear, oh, dear.
I shall have to teach you who to vote for next time, won't I? Give me the hot thing. Bottom, Piers. Flap. No, jacket flap. Piers, Fletcher. There. You'll know who to vote for next time, won't you? Pop in the booth, drop your trousers, and stick your head up your arsehole.
And now follows a party political broadcast on behalf of the Conservative Party by Alan Bastard MP, the Deputy Chairman of the Conservative Party.
Good evening. Who in this country was not moved when that great Englishman, Gaza, wept bitter tears at the World Cup last year? People thought he was crying because he'd just been booked by the umpire and so would miss the final. But that was not the reason. He was crying at the thought that the Conservative government, the only government this young hero had ever known, was behind in the opinion polls. He was weeping at the threat of the return to power of a Labour rabble led by a bald Welsh windbag dedicated to destroying our prosperity, running down our currency, encouraging Satanist abuse of our children, spreading AIDS through their sponsorship of homosexual behaviour, abolishing the House of Lords, and executing the royal family. Gaza didn't want that for his children. Do you want it? For yours? Or do you want a government that lets you share in Britain's prosperity by offering you the chance of 5, yes, 5 free Sun Jackpot bingo cards with every registered Tory membership application? Yes, apply now to join the Tory party at this week's once-in-a-lifetime special offer price of only £9.99. And you will receive a free Tarzan Teenage Hero Turtle t-shirt, a Gaza car tidy, and the news of the world every Sunday for a year. But hey, don't join the Tories simply because we're right. Let's have a listen to what young Britons have to say.
I vote Conservative because only the Conservatives can defend this country's sovereignty in the face of Jack Delors' expansionism.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if like our country gets like a Central European bank, you know, in Germany or something, I mean, how's our government going to keep its hands on the main levers of your fiscal policy? I mean, you've lost all control over your interest rates, your money supply, your public expenditure. You know what I mean?
Interesting stuff. And what about working women? What are the Tories doing for them?
Well, Labour claim to be the party of feminism, but only the sound
Fiscal.
fiscal policies of the Tories can create a climate in which the labour force continues to expand and job opportunities increase.
Well, there you have it. Well, I certainly did. Ordinary young people picked at random. They're going to vote Tory. Are you? Or are you really stupid? Good night.
Dear Alan Bastard, I think you're bloody great. I've had a gizzard full of lefties telling us we ought to look after the less well-off. Bugger them. I'm with you, Al. Magic. All the best. Melvin Bragg.
Hi, AB. Let's break balls.
All right. And where do you think you have been, Piers?
At the Groucho Club, power lunching.
Don't be ridiculous. You don't know anyone powerful apart from me.
Ah, well, that's where you're wrong. I just done a deal with the owner of the biggest chain of poster sites in the South.
Biggest in the South.
Yeah, I knew you'd be impressed. It wasn't easy, and it wasn't cheap. But by the end of the week, our posters will be all over Dublin.
Piers. Dublin is no longer in the United... Sir Greville, welcome to the war room. Look at that. We're 11 points ahead. We can call the election any time we want. We'll romp it. Piers?
I think I've lost a testicle.
What is this idiot doing here? And why is he dressed like a breakfast television astrologer?
Piers here is in charge of the media. Perfect choice, really, being mediocre.
Send the dolt out for a comic. I want to speak to him in private.
We're going to get a comic dolt. He wants to speak to me in private. Now, Minister, if this is about those vicious rumours that I've been taking cash away from the election fund...
Well, of course you have, Bastard. We'd be worried if you hadn't. No, it's far more important than that. The opposition parties are in total disarray. We are heading for a landslide, damn it.
Well, what's wrong with that?
We don't want to win the election, not with total economic collapse just around the corner. The whole idea of appointing you was you'd run such an odious campaign, the public would all vote Labour, then they'd have to carry the can.
Well, why didn't you tell me we were supposed to lose?
Excuse me, Alan. God, which comic did you want me to buy?
Piers, it doesn't matter. Just get the Beano, the Dandy, or the Daily Express. It's all the same to me. Now, get out! No, don't get out! Piers, get back in again. Piers, hello.
Hello.
Ha! Piers, Sir Greville and I have some very exciting news for you.
Oh, you have?
We have.
We have. Following the enormous success of your taking the poster campaign beyond mere national boundaries, Sir Greville and I have decided to put you in charge of the entire election campaign.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yes, well, how would I try and reflect the new spirit of the caring 90s and inject a bit of, honesty and modesty into political advertising?
Well, let's have a look at Piers Fletcher Dervish's radical posters.
Yes, let's. And this is my special favourite. Poll tax was a dreadful mistake, and we'd like to get rid of it. But we can't think of anything to put in its place, so let's try to make the best of it. Vote Conservative.
Piers, you're a
Mrs. Thatcher may have
Don't give me
but
that.
Don't worry.
We all know you're a
Behind the
bloody
scenes,
militant.
Still running the country.
Paddy, how's life in the Labour Party?
Conservative.
All right, Bastard, what's going on? What are you up to? We're 15 points ahead in the polls.
Yes, it does seem a Labour landslide is guaranteed, doesn't it?
What the hell is going on then?
What's going on? Today, there's the annual House of Lords pacemaker recharging ceremony.
You know damn well I'm talking about. Why are you trying to lose this election?
Me? Paddy, I'm Mr. Win at any costs. Oh, good. 2 brandies, please. 1 Napoleon, 1 cooking. Shove!
Then why have you got a man with a bath sponge for a brain in charge of your campaign? There's some catastrophe on the horizon, isn't there? And you Tories don't want to be around when it happens. Come on, Bastard. You got to tell me, what is it? What have you got down here? What is it?
Paddy! Oil.
Oil? What about it?
It's running out. By the end of the year, the only oil reserves we'll have left will be in Kenneth Baker's hair.
Oh. So you want us to form the next government? You want us to have to deal with the total collapse of the British industry? You want us to go to the common market cap in hand? You want us to beg the German Bundesbank to take over the running of the economy, lead into a nationalist backlash, which will sweep us from power...
Into the gutters of history.
Into the gutters of history, and bring you back.
Just as you get the crisis under control. That's right, Paddy. Got it in 1. It's an old trick, but what can you expect with a circus performer for a Prime Minister? Now then, about my fee.
Oh, fee. No, why should I pay you now that you've told me?
Because I haven't told you, Paddy, how you're going to avoid forming the next government.
How? Cheers. How?
Well, money first, Paddy. Money.
No, we've not got any money.
I've not got anybody, don't give me that. I have it on good authority. There's been a very generous offer made by someone who wants to buy Labour Party HQ and turn it into a private hospital.
Oh, no. We'd never sell it. Besides, it was a derisory offer.
It's the best one I'm going to give you.
Oh, you mean you... All right, I'll talk to Glynis. Cheers.
Cheers. Splendid, Paddy. Well, you raise the cash, and I'll tell you how to lose the next election.
Oh, thank you very much, Alan.
Not at all.
Nice.
By the way, have you ever wondered why this place is called the smoking room?
Yeah, I've no idea why.
I'll show you.
You! Labour Party believe that we should expand our way out of this recession. And so, Mr. Speaker, I am proud to be the author of our new policy document. Spend now, worry later. If elected, we shall double old age pensions. We shall eliminate health service waiting lists and introduce free university education for all, and also abolish value-added tax. We cost these proposals at approximately £700 billion in a full year. Yes.
And how do you intend to pay for all of this?
There, the honourable member for Holton Price has hit upon the one small problem in this exciting new manifesto.
Resign.
What's he doing? Well, he's emulating you, Pierce. He's telling the truth. No one will vote Labour. Even I can see they're being silly. Well, you started this stupid truth business. Anyway, it's about time they didn't lose that shot.
Mr. I should like to point out on behalf of the Liberal Democrats that although we are all very nice people, we have absolutely no idea how to run a country.
Oh, shut up, you stupid bitch. You've had your say.
Here. Sir Greville! Look at this fabulous telegraph poll. Labour 4%, Liberal 4%, Conservative 4%, do not intend to vote 77%. There's no way we can win the election now.
Oh, damn the election at the start. I'm going bankrupt.
What?
Well, somebody has leaked this oil story to the press. So now my share portfolio is about to go through the floor. My house is going to be worth slightly less than it was when it was built in 1763.
Well, which bastard can have betrayed us?
I don't know. But Major suspects me, so I've got to find the culprit. You haven't been talking to those filthy Fleet Street friends of yours, have you?
Minister, as if I would.
Well, everybody knows.
How?
How? Exactly. How? Just Jeffrey's style, the bitter and has
No,
been.
no, calm down, Minister, calm down. Come and have a
Right,
sit down.
Yes, calm,
Sit
Greville,
down.
calm. Yes, don't.
Have a few ciggies and do your breathing. I don't envy you, Minister. I suppose you'd do anything to have things back the way they were before all this blew up.
Oh, anything, anything.
I do have one idea.
Really?
But it's a desperate shot. And it wouldn't come cheap. And I may not even come out of it alive myself.
Bastard, you owe it to Great Britain.
All right, I do. Very well then, so be it. I'll have to dictate a letter to you. To the Governor of the Bank of England. Dear Sir, this is to introduce Alan Bastard, MP, who is here on urgent government business. As you can see, he has a large, empty sack with him. Help him fill it. Professor Eugene Quayle, please. Well, wake him up then. Eugene? Alan. Listen, it's time to tell them all it's been a ghastly mistake.
Yes, I made a ghastly mistake. I grossly underestimated Britain's North Sea oil reserves, and I have already tendered my resignation.
What about what the Prime Minister said?
Oil shares bounced back in the aftermath of Professor Quayle's statement. Professor Quayle had been a senior scientific advisor to the government.
Yes, dear. No, dear. 3 stinking bags full, dear.
Well, Piers, what's the matter with you? Did you take my advice and buy some oil?
Oh, yes, I did. And Clarissa's livid. I got 2,000 cases of Mazzola in the garage, and she can't get her motorbike out.
Well, never mind, little Piers. Just give me your wallet.
No, no.
Give me your stupid wallet. There. Here's £50,000. Go on. Pop out and lose your virginity.
You're giving me money?
That's right. Merry Christmas, Piers.
Oh.
By the way... Well, I'll be back then if you don't want it.
Oh, no, Clarissa.
I'll
not
bite.
that.
Eugene! Oh, never mind about the mat. Come in, come in. Well, well, well. You don't look like a chap who's just lost his job and his reputation and his pension plan.
Oh, yes, I am. I'm broken-hearted. I've got a wife, 3 children, and a mortgage.
Oh, poor you. Oh, well, never mind. Here's £1 million for helping me bring off the greatest stock market scam this century.
And to think I was just a struggling civil servant.
Till I bumped into you coming out of that naughty, naughty transvestite club.
Do you know, I must be the first person ever to make a profit out of being blackmailed.
Well, Eugene, these are the caring 90s. Oh. Ooh. Real silk?
Or Janet Rhaegar.
Nice.